Good morning, sunshine. So, we are back at the home gym and we're going to be doing some chair yoga this morning. And before I get started, I really want to take a moment just to practice a little bit more of mindfulness. And the mindfulness is so important on so many levels. And I feel like I have neglected it here recently before I start doing activities, exercises especially. So we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths here, and I'm just doing a check in on how I'm feeling, where I'm still stiff and sore. Good morning, Mama. I'm glad you are here with me. We're about ready to do some yoga. Give me a second because I just noticed Ragnar was running around this morning and he moved my tripod just a little bit, ever so slightly. Now everything's weird. Okay, it's close enough. So, taking a moment to check in with our body, taking deep breaths to allow us to really know where we are starting from, where we need to be gentle with our body, and where we can challenge it a little bit more. So, we're going to start off by using as many joints as we can. So we're going to just start by warming up those ankle joints, our toes, get that blood flowing all the way down. And we're going to do that for just a few, like count to 5, and then we'll alternate that with marching in place, seated marches. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to increase this series, make it a little bit more challenging. So we're going to be doing knee lifts. You can wrap your hands around your knees and bring them up, but rather than holding them, what we are going to do is raise them up and set them down. So it's just exaggerating that march a little bit. So let's do 2 all the way up, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to step out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good morning, Barbara. We just got started. We are warming up our legs and our feet, and we're doing a 4 series sequence. So we're starting with our heels and toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to seated march for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. An exaggerated march. Bring your knees all the way up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to step out for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And last set, let's do that all again. Heels, toes. Get all of that moving. We're doing these a little bit longer sequence, a little bit faster. March, seated march. We are intensifying a little bit, bringing the blood flow up. Raise your knees up. Getting ourselves a little bit more challenge, a little bit more flexibility. So 3, 2, last one, and step out for 4, and 3, and 2, and one more. All right, deep breath in and out. Extend your feet in front of you. Bring your toes back towards your body. We are going to walk our hands down our legs to our shins, maybe our ankles. Maybe we make it all the way to our toes. Feel that stretch in our lower back. Take a deep breath. Sink into it just a little bit more. And then we're going to roll up. Bring those feet up. And we're going to do a flutter kick for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that back down to rest. And let's walk our hands back down. Get that stretch in. Deep breath at the bottom. And sink a little bit further in. Feel that stretch in your lower back and then roll up. Bring those feet up off of the floor and let's do that flutter kick for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest the heels back on the ground. Flex your toes back towards you. Let's stretch that out one last time. Deep breath at the bottom. And sink a little bit further in. And then we'll roll up. Bring those feet up. And we'll flutter kick. I'm about to lose my slippers, so we'll just take them off. We don't need slippers to work out. Work out barefoot. Work out in our pajamas. Because workouts don't have to look like they do in gyms. Deep breath in. I am so glad that I am able to increase my body's strength and resiliency every day. We're going to be moving that movement into our spine. We're going to do some spinal twists and cat-cows. So let's take our right hand to our left knee, right hand behind, or left hand behind us, and look over that left shoulder. Come back to center and switch. Looking back over the right shoulder, make sure you keep your spine straight. Come back to center. We're going to roll our shoulders up, hunch forward, round out our spine. Feel that stretch all the way through. It's been a while since I've been able to stretch this much since I hurt my rib. It feels good. Come back up, roll our shoulders to the back, drop our shoulder blades back and our head back. Round out that spine, and then come back up to center. Twist to the left, keeping the spine straight, looking back over the left shoulder, and center, over to the right. Deep breath in, come back to center, go into cat, round out that spine, and then up, roll those shoulders to the back, dropping the head to the back, to cow, come back up to center, last time to the left, center, right, center, deep breath in, round out your spine, roll into cat, all the way back up, and drop back down to cow. Come back up to center, and let's move those shoulder joints. So we're going to start by doing shoulder stretches. So we're going to take our right hand to our left shoulder, wrapping our left hand underneath. Feel that stretch through the right shoulder. And then let's go to the opposite side. Bring that stretch into the left shoulder and back out. And we'll do arm circles to the front for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then go to the back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back down, and let's do shoulder rolls. So just take your shoulder from the front all the way to the back. Good morning, Jenna. We're just doing a little bit of chair yoga. You can practice with us while you're sitting at your desk. She's at work. And just roll it to the front and to the back, and then we're going to do big arm circles. From the back to the front to back, both sides. And again, we're going to turn this into a long series. So we're going to take our arms out, stretch that right shoulder, and out. Stretch that left shoulder, and out. Arm circles to the front for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And to the back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those arms down. Let's roll our shoulders to the back and then to the front. Left side to the front. Big arm circles. Get a full range of motion in. We're doing these slow and controlled, not whipping our arms around. Trying to get a good stretch and mobility. All right, last time, big arms out. We're going to stretch our right shoulder and out, left shoulder and out, arm circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go to the back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your shoulders down. Let's do shoulder rolls, front to back, right shoulder, left shoulder, front to back, and then back to front. Big arm circles, right side, left side. All right, shake it out for just a second. We're going to come to the front and we're going to just work those arms a little bit more. We're going to start with our little fingers. Just give everything a good stretch. Ooh, did you hear that pop? And then we're going to knead the air in front of us, interlace our fingers, let our wrists roll around. Make sure you give them a little extra back and forth. And then we're going to extend all the way up. We're going to take our right hand down and up and center, left hand down and center and up and center. Both hands up, back, up, center. We're going to isolate again, so right hand up, left hand up, center, down. And then we're going to do both hands up, drop our arms to the back, up, and then back to center. Last time, we're going to isolate the right hand and the left hand, and then all the way up, drop it to the back, and then come back up and all the way back down. So we did a couple of longer series today. We are still working all of those joints. We're going to end with just doing some neck rolls. So let's take a deep breath. Drop your chin down to your chest. We're going to roll to the right. Again, this is slow and controlled. Don't whip your head around. When we get to center, we're going to go back in the other direction. And we're going to do this 2 more times. Last rotation. So we are going to get some big body movements in, and we want to do these nice and slow. So this is kind of winding down. So we're just going to slow and controlled bring our hands all the way up. Look past our fingers. Bring those hands down to our chest. We're going to open our palms up here and bend forward, coming all the way down to the floor, or as far as is comfortable. We're going to roll back up. Again, we want these to be nice, slow, controlled. Allow our bodies to relax, release the stress, push it all down into the floor. Take a deep breath, roll back up. Last one up, down to our chest. Open our hands up and sink all the way down to the floor. We're going to roll back up. Let's go ahead and just place our hands on our knees. Get nice and comfortable. We will end with gratitude, but let's take a moment. Get some deep breaths in. and really think, like, what are things that we are grateful for? Deep breath. And I'm going to come get the phone so I can see what people are typing. And I would love it if you would go ahead and type into the chat what is one thing at least that you are grateful for. If you are grateful for more than one thing, you are welcome to share more than one thing. I would love to hear them. But it is so good to give your body the practice, get the blood flow, work all of those joints, keep everything mobile, and still like take a moment to be mindful. Pat says she is so grateful for chiropractors. Me too. Um, I am still healing from my rib, but it is getting so much better. And like she has fixed things. Like I didn't know my hips were uneven, and apparently my hips were uneven. But that has made a huge difference in how I feel when I walk. So grateful for them. Jenna says, grateful for pain meds and heating pads. I am also grateful for those, especially the heating pads. I feel like these are an underappreciated item that everyone should have in their home. And Barbara says she was able to do yoga today, even though her back is still really sore. I know what you're saying. Pat also is struggling with her back, and she's going to the chiropractor. I think she has an appointment today, or she had it yesterday. I may have forgotten. I'm a terrible daughter. But we've got to take care of all of our bodies. And I was I had a conversation with Pat about her back, my mama, and sharing because Dr. Lapine, who is my chiropractor, I was asking her about, so Pat's going today, about doing the yoga. And since you guys are struggling too, I want to share this with you. But doing gentle practices, not stretching beyond where is comfortable, is very, very helpful. Make sure that you talk to your doctors, to your chiropractors, whoever you are seeing, if you are in pain, and ask them what is good for you. And if you're not sure what kind of exercises to do, make sure you ask them about it. um, Keeping some movement, momentum going as I have been healing, I feel like has been really good for me and has helped me through the healing process. And if you guys have been around for a while, you know a couple of weeks ago, I was not twisting, I was not bending very far. Um, Thank you so much, Mama, for being an amazing, an existent, an example while I was out visiting on what that should could look like, because I wasn't able to do it. But we're 4 weeks in? I don't know. I don't keep track of time very well. And things are getting much better. It was a stretch, but when we were doing the cat cows today, like I've gotten more movement in today than I have in the last several weeks. And I could feel the stretch, but it wasn't like painful. So, like, I'm really happy about that. I hope you guys will find the same. Um, Start feeling better, having it heal. And are continuing to improve. So thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I always enjoy seeing your comments and the gratitude. And yeah, hi Carol, how are you? We were just wrapping up our chair yoga and comparing where our aches and pains are. But I am going to be wrapping it up here, um, so that we can go on and get to the rest of the day. Carol just voted. Yay! I've got to go do that. That's on my to-do list this morning. So I will talk to you guys later. If you have not made it out to vote yet, make sure that you go do that. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.